Okay, so welcome to my presentation on 16 app marketing strategies that you can use to get your app more downloads. Now, the points I use in this presentation are not all mine. Most of them go to the article called 16 App Marketing Strategies. What is app marketing? App marketing is the action or business of promoting and selling products or services. So basically, promoting a product in such a way that people want to know more about it and they end up buying it. How is app marketing done? First of all, sharing ideas with the public, expanding your horizons, and advertising on social media sites and the internet in general is all how app marketing is done. Now, why does app marketing need strategies? First of all, a strategy is something that you want to achieve using a plan. So first of all, there are 425,000 apps on the Apple App Store, 284,000 apps on the Android market, and 20,000 apps on the BlackBerry Store. So your app won't be downloaded as much because there are already so many apps that will hide your app. So you need marketing to get people to download your app. So first I'll tell you all the strategies, then I'll explain them all. First of all, name of the app, keywords and description for the App Store, press releases to publicize launch, app reviews, commenting on articles and participating in forums, Google Alerts to monitor your app, building email lists, connecting to news sites, pre-launch strategies, submitting news to review sites and blogs, ad mob testing for apps, social media strategy, Twitter, Facebook, blogging about it, article directories, and app directories. So first of all, name of the app, keywords, and description. Make sure you include your app name in the keywords, which is what the user can type in to search to find your app. And make sure you have a good description of your app, because if people don't know what they're going to get from your app, they won't get it. And give your app an easy to remember and good name, so they don't, because the name, well, it's something that describes your app. Now my keywords would be times tables, multiplication, and tanmay tables, and most apps include an about page, so it's good to have one. So press releases. Try and get your app on articles online. Most already are, and to do this you can use PR sites such as prmac.com. Here's one of mine from Toronto Star, and mine from Canada.com. App reviews. You should also try and get as many app reviews as possible, because then you can find suggestions on what to fix in your app from them, and then you can make an update with the suggestions fixed. Here's one of my reviews. He rated me a 5-star from IQO, calling great app, love it, good luck on your next apps. The next one is a 4-star. He rated me by Champ1542, nice app. I would like to ask you, can you make money if you give apps to Apple? No, you cannot, unless you have a paid app. And the first person who has ever written an app or a review on my app, rated me a 5-star, was Mr. Ignatius. A fun and effective program for students to learn their times tables. Commenting on articles and participating in forums. You should also put your app name in forums, but only appropriate forums, not random things that you just fall over. And also you can comment on articles with your app name, but again, only appropriate articles. You can even set a Google alert for your app by going to google.com/alerts, and you'll be emailed right as an article is published on your app.
Yeah, did you set
Yeah,
that? Okay. Have you gotten any emails?
No, not yet.
No.
They're all done. Nice. Building email lists. You can even tell people to share your app with them. You can share your app with people and tell them to refer it to other people, which is basically just telling people to refer it to people, and it creates a little network of people looking at your app. Connect to news sites. You should also follow news sites and news site writers for your app, so sometimes they may publish your app on any article site or something like that. And the pre-launch strategy is basically the last two things that I said, but doing it before the app is actually published or launched. So the chances of your app going on an article site are much higher. You can even advertise on social media such as Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, etc. You can even, now I'm only going to be talking about Facebook since that's the most popular way to get to people. First of all, you can set up a page on Facebook. You can advertise it by inviting your friends to the page, and you should at least spend 20 minutes a day connecting to your audience. You can also blog about your app using blogger.com from Google, and it'll work for everyone in this class since you all have a Gmail account. Google ad mob testing, you can even create ads for Google. So out of a random pick of millions of ads, if yours gets selected, it'll be on the page on Google for an advertisement on an iPhone or an iPad, and basically if someone accidentally or purposely clicks on it, then they'll have your app on their device. Thank you.
Okay. Can you show us your Twitter? Show us the Twitter account.
Oh.
Did you get any responses or were you tweeting? This is the people you follow, right?
Yeah.
How about let's see what your tweets are. You click on your name.
My tweets.
Okay. Good. All right. You contacted Apple and Microsoft, Bill Gates. All right. Good.
Bill Gates?
In the App Store. Go up. Go all the way to the top. You got retweeted.
Yeah, someone did something. I think my sister did that. I think she knows my password, yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have separate accounts, so I would have one because this is for your more for about your programming and your apps and all that.
Yeah.
So you can have a separate account.
Yeah.
And keep that separate. Who are you following?
That's my student's brother's account. No, my sister tutors.
Your sister? How old is your sister?
I have no idea.
You don't even know your sister's age?
No, I think 18.
How is she?
Yeah, she tutors.
Oh, she.
Okay. Because Twitter is a good way to connect to people and to spread the word, and like what I would do is with your Twitter account, you know, for example, when you update your app, you send that tweet out. But you want to build followers. Right now you have 14. Who's following you?
Yes.
These people are following you?
Yeah.
She knows.
Okay, good. See, Peel School Board is following you. That's good because when you send out the update for the app, then they have a lot of people that follow them. Then they may retweet it and it ends up building this chain reaction. Because then the people they tweet it to may retweet it, and so and it just this chain reaction. Right? Brampton Eco Development is following. Okay, good. But what you need to do is tweet more, and you'll get more followers.
Yeah.
Right? Right now you have 14. You've only done 9 tweets. I would try to tweet at least once a day.
Yeah.
Something. Right? Even if it's something about programming. That's what you need to do. Find like something you learned something today, program about. Or you learned something you know, you learned something new, tweet about it. You read an article about programming, retweet that.
Yeah.
That's how you build followers. That's what you try to do. Okay. Do you make a Facebook page?
No, not yet. But I will.
Yeah, make a
I was trying to
Facebook
put a
page.
link on Facebook
What's
about
that?
your app. Yeah, you did.
Really?
You put a link on Facebook about your app. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
When did I do that?
You don't remember?
No, I did not. When did I do it?
I don't know. I just saw you did it.
Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to say is when it comes to the presentation, though, Tanmay, I think you still need to project your voice, because I was sitting back here and it was hard for me to hear. So it's important that you just, when you're giving presentations to an audience, you're not just always speaking in the same direction. You turn and acknowledge, find a way to acknowledge everybody at least once during the presentation. That means you would turn around, you'd look at the people behind you as well, and you have to get into that. And the other thing is, it's probably better to have someone else work the computer, and you stand up and you deliver the presentation. Because your voice is going to carry farther, and it just looks better that way.
Okay.
Right? So I think that's what you want to think about when you start giving your presentations is have someone else work the computer, because that's not something you really want to be worried about. You want to be more focused on what you're saying and how you're saying it.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I would focus on. The other thing is I would don't be focused on reading what's on the screen. What you're doing is you're supplementing that with extra information. People can read it. The reason you have it up there for people to read it. What you're doing is you're adding to it by adding extra information on there that's not included on the reading.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you could just put the PowerPoint up there and just have people read it.
Yeah.
So you want to make yourself more useful in that you share extra information that goes more into details about what you projected. Like, you could have shared the story where you contacted the people to get the PR, and they kind of said, didn't they give you some feedback and say it didn't really fit the requirements, and they want you to do this and that. You could have talked about that. And, that's where I would have gone. And the thing is, I would also, like